Hello, Weebs and Normies. Welcome to the Anime Club. I'm Graham.
And I'm George.
All right, George. I have been enjoying this series so far. There's been some
Okay.
interesting stuff, some kind of so stuff. So I'm a little bit skeptical, I'll be honest, about these next several episodes that are coming up. I'm not super keen that it's going to be super interesting, so I'm preparing for a kind of mediocre time. Though that being said, the last episode left off on a cool kind of situation with this volcano guy and Gojo.
Yeah.
So at least we'll
Yeah.
get that. So we'll see. I'm skeptical though.
Yeah, I think the most interesting part that happened last couple episodes was the introduction of these curses that want to switch stuff around. They want curses to be on top, and they want to beat up on the humans. I'm really curious to find out what becomes of the pact between Sukuna and
Yeah,
Itadori, right? That's his name. Yeah. I hope they're able to do something really interesting with that. But I mean, let's go. Let's see where this episode takes us.
All right, sounds good. Let's do it.
I really like that he was able to tell right here what was about to happen. Yeah, like he knew he was coming after him, the curse. He could like feel the curse energy from like seemingly really far away.
Yeah, no kidding.
Whoa. Oh. Jeez. So this guy can just spawn volcanoes, huh?
That's pretty cool power.
The things on the side of his head are freaking. They're dials. Oh, sorry. Is he like cranking up the power? Is that what he's doing?
I was kind of thinking that before, but I was like, maybe he's just kind of playing with it because he's irritated.
It's like a fidgeting thing. Oh,
Yeah,
maybe. Okay.
that's it. I do think it's really interesting that Gojo says that this guy communicates, and that's kind of like an oddity. It's like he says here, unregistered special grade.
True.
I think that's kind of interesting that
True.
Most of the time they can't even speak.
Yeah, and an unregistered special. I guess special grades would probably be registered somewhere. They're not like
I would think
curses
so.
Just pop in and out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost thought for a second, oh, they catalog all the curses. I was under the impression that curses like pop in and out, but a special grade is probably different, and it would make sense that it would be cataloged.
Right.
So, okay.
I'm interested to see how this fight goes.
Yeah. Wow. What the heck?
Oh, frick.
Dude, this guy is like way too overconfident. Now he's scared. You can see it in his face. Oh my gosh. Huh.
Oh, frick. That's kind of cool.
Go, frick.
Jeez.
He got wrecked. Dang, and the blood all stops.
Yeah.
This reminds me in Dune, the book and movie, they have shields. They fight with shields around them.
Okay.
But the way that the shields work and the way the technology evolved, like anything traveling fast, like a bullet or like an arrow or something, doesn't penetrate the shield. But anything that travels slow does. And so like they went from like, technology with like, bullets and bombs and explosions and everything, and it's impenetrable. And so they like had to go back down to like fighting with knives and swords. And the way the fighting evolved, it's like you're trying to, break the other person's defense by being as fast as you can, but the second you get right at the shield, you have to like slow down and you have to like pass through the shield super slowly and then like slice them to like hurt them and
That's
stuff.
pretty cool.
And
Yeah.
this infinity stuff reminded me a little bit of that because it's like
This is an
impenetrable.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
This is a really cool power. I mean, time manipulation is my favorite power of like all time. So this kind of like he's essentially got like a time force field kind of thing. It's sick. That's really cool.
Yeah. No, and I like stuff like this too. So that's why it reminded me of Dune. Jeez, he's just slapping the crap out of him, dude. Reversal red. What the frick?
Wow.
Dang, dude. He's getting wrecked, man.
Yeah, right.
He punched him into the lake so hard. Like, is this a shallow lake or a deep lake? Because if he punched him so hard that all the water came out and is now raining back on him, that's pretty sick. It could just be really shallow too, though. What?
Huh? Okay, I was not expecting this whatsoever.
Wasn't either. He just ran and picked him up to bring him, and he's here to watch. Okay. All right.
Okay. Is time stopped? Oh, okay, it's not. Oh my gosh, it's Lord of the Rings.
It's Lord of the Rings, yeah, dude. Listen, Lord of the Rings is the best movie of all time. I count the trilogy as an entire movie, and it is the best. It's my favorite, and
Wow.
I'm just happy it made an appearance in anime somehow.
Cool. Yeah, right.
They're crying. I don't know if they were like legitimately trying to like voice act or if they were mocking the crying a little bit. It was a little bit sus, but I'm just glad Lord of the Rings made an appearance somehow.
That's funny.
It makes me happy.
Domain expansion. We've seen that a couple times. I just don't really understand what it's all about.
Yeah. Just keep on fighting. Man, that's like he's like mocking him to his face.
Yeah, seriously.
In the most like unmocking way possible, if that makes sense. But he literally is just mocking the crap out of this guy.
Yeah, right.
And it's an interesting I like that Sukuna is kind of set in place as like a power meter. Because knowing that this guy is stronger than Sukuna is right now, but we saw how strong Sukuna was against that special grade womb dude from a while back.
Yep,
like
yep.
it just
True.
it helps put things in
Helps-
perspective.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Oh jeez, dude.
Jeez, holy frick.
Dang. This guy is weak? Yeah, exactly. Right? Domain expansion. Here we go.
So it seems like domain expansion is basically like summoning your home turf, right? Like, you know how like in Pokemon when you summon a monster and then you use like Sunny Day and it changes the landscape to like sunny, so like fire moves are now enhanced. Or like a dragon in D&D and his lair is always stronger because he's got layer moves that he can use in accordance with his own kind of moveset. It seems kind of like that type of thing.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It's kind of interesting.
Literally what you just said. It's
Yeah.
literally what you just said.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
It's not quite like buffs. It indirectly buffs you like the passive environment. Techniques imbued in the domain are guaranteed to hit within that domain.
Imbued in the domain, imbued with dark energy, are guaranteed to hit within that domain. Okay, interesting. That's an interesting rule.
Yeah. Guaranteed to hit. Interesting, huh?
As the new humanity.
I saw that too. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, they didn't refer to themselves like that in the last episode, right?
No, I think that gives a lot of insight into what they're trying to do. They're trying to become the new human race, basically.
Yeah, interesting. Lay out your own domain.
Interesting. Okay.
The more refined one will dominate that space. Oh, he's gonna take his bandana off. Or his blindfold. Wow. Infinite void. Dang. So I don't want to stop in such a cool moment, but
yeah,
I don't know what
George.
I don't know what you expected his eyes to look like, but I did not expect him to be just regular looking eyes. I don't know what I was expecting.
You were expecting Naruto eyes or something?
I don't know. It was just it just caught me off guard. But all right, let's keep going because I don't want to talk too much over this. Dang, he's seeing infinity. Oh.
Wow. Oh, frick.
He'll rip the frickin'... Oh.
Huh? So the domains are like a little sphere. Interesting.
I wonder if just his domain was... So, okay. So I guess his eyes weren't just normal. I guess they did have like kind of a glowing hue to it. But that's interesting what he said. When you're presented with everything, you can't do anything. It's like the paralysis of choice.
Right.
So much. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It doesn't really make any sense. Like, I get it kind of is mirroring choice paralysis when you have like a lot of options, but it honestly just doesn't really make any sense at all, if we're being real.
Well, because like what it made me think of, there was like an experiment done a while back, and like I don't remember the exact numbers of ice cream choices, but they put up some ice cream shops, and one of them had 3. It was like the strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate, and then the other shop had like 30 something choices. I don't remember the exact number, but it was huge. And then they polled people after they got their ice cream, and the people that came out of the 3 ice cream shop were significantly much happier with their ice cream choice than the people that came out of the 35 ice cream shop. And so it's just like it made me think of that when he said more,
but they could still make a choice though.
Yeah, well, basically, like what it reminded me of is like when there's so many things to do, you kind of like become indecisive when everything's presented to you
choice
at once.
Paralysis.
It's just exactly, and it just made me think of that. So
yeah, I get the parallel they're trying to make. I just don't think it really made any sense.
Connects.
It's like it vaguely kind of makes sense, but if you really thought about it, it doesn't really. It's like when someone says a quote. And they're like, this quote. And I'm like, yeah, but if you really think about it, the quote just doesn't really make any sense. It just kind of sounds like it makes sense. So I don't know. It kind of missed me with that one. But I thought the concept was generally cool.
Yeah, like I think they're trying to hit choice paralysis with it. I could be wrong.
Right,
but
something like that.
That's what I think they're trying to, hint at least. Yeah, he's freaking...
Yeah, that's pretty wild ability. Oh.
Ooh.
What?
I really want to know this guy's deal.
He's got a family at home, I bet.
Probably.
It's gonna be a frickin' human, isn't it? Oh?
Oh, wow.
Is this must be his domain?
Freaking Monsters Inc. over here.
Maybe not. Okay. Hmm.
Okay. Is
Okay.
does Japan celebrate Halloween?
Yeah.
Is it like it is? Okay. Okay, so I wonder why October 31st. Maybe like curses are stronger that day or something.
That could be more negative, scared feelings potentially. Yeah, that's a good thought, actually. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I like everything that's happening. This episode was actually good, better than I expected. I like that they got into domains. I think domains is cool. They like soft skipped some of the movie stuff. I don't know. They did reference Gojo did reference they were gonna get back to training and fighting and practical stuff. I'm just like wincing at the idea that we're gonna have like 5 episodes of like training and like progression stuff. I mean, maybe it's because I've seen so many freaking anime. I hope at least they make it interesting. One thing that I thought of throughout the week was like I feel like My Hero Academy did so much better of a job of creating like interesting characters and abilities first to kind of establish those things that when I got to the when we got to like the sports festival, I really wanted to see those characters and their powers kind of interacting. And I don't really have that with Jujutsu. It's just kind of like, here's the characters, here's the powers, now we're going to do Summer Festival. And I didn't feel like there's like, you know, it may even be the same amount of episodes, but what's happening in the episodes doesn't feel like it gives me enough time to really get to know the characters and like invest myself in them. They're all just a little bit too archetypal and like sure of themselves. I don't really love that every character seems like very sure of themselves with the exception of like Itadori. So I don't know. I'm kind of like so on it so far. This episode was really good. I wasn't expecting like this one as much, but you know, I'm still wincing. I hope I'm wrong and every episode it's like, "Oh, actually I like this. Oh, I like this one too." But I'm like wary of what's coming next, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean a 5-episode training arc or like a 5-episode festival arc probably won't be the best.
Right.
But who knows? Yeah, it could be good. Yeah, like as far as, you know, every character is like sure of themselves. I do like that Gojo is like super sure of himself though. Like
sure.
I like that he's currently the pinnacle character, right? We'll see what Sukuna, he believes he can beat a 20-finger Sukuna. We'll see what if that's the case in the future. But I like that right now he's like the current level cap, and they've established that. They took an episode to establish it. Maybe they could have done like better character work prior to establishing this, but I like that at least is set. Like we know now what the cap is, and we'll see. I don't know, like this whatever, I forget their name. They just said it, but the flower demon. First off, it's really surprising that there's a demon that can like fight with flowers and give you such good feelings to make you docile and like not want you to fight. So that's kind of interesting and weird, but I did not expect that, basically is what I'm trying to say. But he seemed to be able to affect Gojo in some way, but
at least a little bit. I like that he's clearly not invincible. He's just really freaking strong. And to what you're kind of getting at here is I think it's really interesting that, you know, the volcano guy underestimated Gojo like a lot, and that was like obviously going to happen. But the guy that's not underestimating Gojo, that feels like he has a good understanding of how strong Gojo is, he's confident still that they're going to be able to pull this off on the 31st, which I think is the most interesting part. It only dawned on me this episode. It's like, this guy's still really confident they can pull off what they're wanting to pull off.
Yeah, and it's also interesting that they're not looking to kill him. They're looking to seal him away. Like they're like, we can't kill this guy for whatever reason, right? But they're like, but we can render him unusable, render him useless. So yeah,
I mean, like if his infinity stuff works as well, and it just can always be used, and his domain expansion's like fucking impossible to deal with, then yeah, the only solution would to be some kind of way to seal him off. You know, just get the advantage, get him off, kind of tilted a little bit in a fight, and then, you know, you seal him away, and there you go. You don't have to deal with any of that stuff if you just kind of isolate him and remove him as an equation. So.
Yeah, and they also need Itadori on their side, but how would that happen if they seal Gojo away? Like, wouldn't he like get angry and not want to be on their side if they did that?
Yeah, I think it's not necessarily a matter of manipulating Itadori, but it's getting Sukuna on their side.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and along comes Itadori for that too. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, one of the interesting things they could do is if they somehow humanize the curses and Itadori willingly sides with them.
I was thinking about that too, but I was like, would that happen though? Maybe.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I feel like it's not that kind of anime. It's like not that deep, right?
Yeah.
So,
we'll have to see.
We'll have to see.
But all right, let's go to the next episode. Let's do this.
Right. Sounds good.
I hear that Japan is huge with its vending machines. Like, there's a vending machine for everything.
I live in like a pretty neighborhood, very like rural style kind of neighborhood just on the outskirts of Tokyo. And I have a vending machine literally outside my house. Like, I can walk out and it's literally across the street from my door. It's great.
And they have like full-on meals, right? From vending machines?
Yeah, like not the one outside. The one outside is like drinks, and most of them are drinks. But if you go to like train stations and stuff, yeah, they have like freaking any kind of. They even have one that has girls' underwear in a vending machine.
Oh my gosh, dude!
Real, that's real. Look it up. It's real. Yeah,
dude,
they got vending machines for everything.
The secondhand embarrassment I would feel if I saw someone just like legitimately go up to the vending machine and think about, oh yeah, A3, I need that underwear right there.
George,
freaking...
right now I'm making you a promise. If one day you come to Japan and we do live streaming while you're in Japan, which we should totally do.
I am not buying an underwear.
We are going
from a vending machine.
to a vending machine that has girls' underwear, and we're going to buy one.
Nope.
Just 100%, man. 100%.
I will walk away, dude.
Hold us to it, everyone. Hold us to it. Let's see the comments talking about George buying underwear in Japan. I can't wait.
No.
It's going to be amazing.
Oh my gosh, dude. That would be the cringiest thing. I would cringe into like just a tiny little ball.
A singularity. Wait, you would domain expansion just like frickin' Gojo.
It would be domain retraction, dude. It would just freaking disappear.
All right, tangent aside, we can keep going here. This is the dumbest, pettiest thing I think I've ever thought of, but I can't stand the guy who talks in fricking ingredients. It just seems like such a waste of like just don't speak, okay? It would have been better to make him just a fricking mute character who doesn't say anything, because like every time he speaks now I'm just like, nothing that you say is gonna matter. You're just gonna say frickin' tuna, salmon, frickin' cornflakes, whatever the frick. Like, I don't know, something about it's so petty. I realize it's so petty and dumb, but something about it just like kind of upsets me. It's so weird, but it is what it is.
I really hate characters with mocking personalities. Like, mocking other people is their personality. So I already hate this chick.
Oh, see, I love her already.
Oh my gosh. Good job. Good job, dude. You're annoying and insufferable, but good freaking job. At least he has the right kind of woman down. He likes them thick. Let's go, dude. Okay. I don't care what happens in this episode. Like, this is just a goated anime. It's just the way it is. I don't even know what to say.
I hope this character dies.
Oh my gosh. People with boring face and women are boring people themselves. This guy's amazing.
Oh my gosh, George.
Uh,
I don't actually. I don't necessarily disagree with him. He was saying like your fetishes tell you a lot about a person, and I was like, I mean, he's not wrong. It's kind of an interesting thing, yeah.
yeah. Oh boy.
Oof.
Jeez, dude. Oh my gosh. Her mocking attitude is so annoying.
Me next.
Oh, frick.
Ooh, frick.
Get wrecked. She just carries a gun, dude.
Something about this is so funny. She's like, here's my curse technique. It's gun.
Yeah.
Oh man,
True.
something about this is so funny. Jujutsu sorcery. Nah, I got a freaking gat, buddy. Let's go. Oh, that's so funny.
Why is he crying over that? It's so stupid.
Okay. So the one he did with the bird before is the first symbol that he did, and then he did another one, and I was wondering if they would both come out or if they would be combined, and it looks like they're combined.
I wasn't even paying attention to the symbols.
Yeah, because he did like the bird one. I'm pretty sure this is the one that he did when he brought the bird out that one time. And then he did it again, and then he said, and then he did another symbol I hadn't seen before with his hands. It was something like this. And then he said both, and then he said plus, you know, that. And I was like, okay, is it? Okay, that's kind of interesting. I'd like to see the different combos that he does. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I need to pay better attention to the hand symbols.
Jeez.
How's he not dead? He's not Itadori, right? Like, this could kill him.
Huh? Oh, this is the...
Oh. He can speak. It's just that's his curse energy.
So him speaking does techniques to command people is what my guess is. And that's why he can't speak, because it would command people maybe. Something like that maybe.
Like his speech has like a real life effect.
Right.
Seems like on something.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I really, really, really freaking hate that they've done this twice now, where they've teased Megami's like freaking ability, and then they're like, just kidding, actually. Not this time. I really freaking hate that.
Wait. So you hate that the show is blue balling you, but if that freaking mocking chick was doing it, you'd be totally okay with it?
Bro, she can mock me every day of the week.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I really don't like that when shows do that. Doing it like one time as like this is like planting seeds for the future. Okay, sure, no problem. But doing it like multiple times now, it's like, you thought we were going to do it that time. Too bad. I really freaking just don't do that, please.
Yeah.
Yep, apparently not. Apparently they won't so far.
Yeah, what? Like, I get this isn't like a typical school and stuff, but like, what kind of school just lets people fight almost to the death just because? I guess they're trying to train them up, and if they can't beat each other, they won't be able to beat a curse. Maybe that's
they're short staffed, bro. They didn't have anyone to stop them.
I guess so. Yeah, it must have been. That doesn't answer my question though. Like, how did they allow her to become a Jujutsu sorcerer?
I mean, she must have passed like some sort of test or entrance exam or something.
True.
Right?
I guess the dude, the principal, probably tested her. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude.
I love this girl.
So, I have a feeling that he's gonna say something and it might answer some of my questions. So I'm actually gonna keep it playing and then.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
She's so cute.
Okay, so they didn't. Okay. So Gojo hinted at something. Apparently the higher ups that this guy is a part of, they've been holding back a wave of power.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is he talking about the Jujutsu sorcerers? Like they've been purposefully either inadvertently or purposefully stifling the power of the Jujutsu sorcerers?
Seems like,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Did you notice that he's shown up twice now in, I think, of this episode and the one just before, but that guy who's siding with the curses, he showed up twice now.
Yeah, Ghetto or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so I thought that was kind of interesting. You know, it's a clear like tease, like, oh, something happened. They've done it like twice now. I really don't like that they're like teasing things so heavily, like, oh, you didn't see the tease the first time, don't worry, we got you with another one. It's just like, okay, I got it, like, respect me a bit more. They're laying up some chips, you know, of like he's relevant to the Jujutsu sorcerers, which, you know, more or less was kind of obvious before, but
yeah, it's just confirmed. And Gojo knows about him, like he knows who he is.
Yeah.
He's not just an unknown guy in the shadows.
Right. I wonder if he suspected that he might be linked to that in some way when he first... That's why he was like, who sent you? You know, like, what's going on and stuff. He might have suspected that, so... Wow, 1 month later. Okay, so do we just skip all the stuff I was dreading that was going to happen? That'd be great.
It seems like it. Like, he's been watching movies and training, right?
Is this Itadori? Oh, nope.
No.
Gonna say he's been watching movies the whole time, and ooh, frick.
Curses watching movies, or these are people that were mutilated by movies. Oh, high school boys.
Okay.
So this, I mean, it was already like 90% confirmed, but it's now hard confirmed. This guy is a curse, but Ghetto is not, because people can see him. I was like, I'm pretty sure he was a curse, but I wasn't like 100% sure.
Right.
But okay, interesting. Okay.
All right.
That was a sudden end.
Yeah, that's very strange.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
all right.
This was kind of a builder episode, I think.
Yeah, it was
like a whole lot. There's one additional person now that knows that Itadori is alive, apart from Gojo, unless he's already been revealed, but I don't think they do that off camera. I think they're going to wait for the festival to reveal him, or the exchange, or whatever.
That's what I thought too, yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know who this guy is, but clearly Gojo trusts him enough to reveal Itadori to him.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting a 1 month time skip. I wonder who that kid is and what the deal with that is. It almost felt like a kind of rewind, like a flashback in the past of like him, that one guy, the one student who looks like he's defected, meeting that guy for the first time. But it would be weird to be like 1 month later and then show that. So I don't think that's the case. It just kind of felt like that. So,
yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think it's a flashback.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it was weird to do like a 1 month time skip and then have this kind of just, it felt like a really abrupt ending. But other than that, I do like that this kind of built up some stuff. Well, really the last 2 episodes. The most interesting character to me by far still is Ghetto, like the villain human guy. Like I really want to know what's his deal. But
yeah, there was like, it's like a time skip. I'm very curious to see what exactly we've skipped. Right? Are we going right to the like event? That would be preferable for me, at least. Like if we skip the whole training arc. But the other thing is like, it's very strange to me that they just did a time skip and then they're like, oh, here's like 2 completely out of context scenes. It's just like, okay, there's no like kind of build up to that. There's no anything. It's just no cliffhanger, no nothing. I'm just kind of like, I could walk away from the show right now and not even think twice because I have no intrinsic value to watch the next episode. I mean, we will obviously, but it's a very odd choice. So I don't know. Okay, like
Yeah,
I'm still into it. Like it hasn't been as bad as I was expecting, so I'm still following.
yeah, I still want to know how it ends, right? Like I still want
Yeah.
to know how this season ends. I do. It is weird to like why this guy would attack 3 high school boys. Like, what's the point to deform them in the first place? What's the point to like
Right.
make your
True.
presence known? I
Yeah.
guess I don't know. Like, he's living somewhere else. I'm assuming where he's living is some sort of domain. Why you have to access it by actually going through like an apartment door, I don't fully understand. Um, but yeah,
Well, if
like
the
it
domain
does
was
seem
out in the
strange.
open, you'd be able to see it.
I guess that's true. Yeah, it's probably yeah. So it's probably hidden in that apartment. Makes sense.
Right.
But yeah, like I don't know why he would make a move now against 3 seemingly insignificant targets, but maybe they're not insignificant, and it it has ripple effects beyond. But yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's where we're at. I'm still curious. I still want to figure out what happens. Um, I on one hand hate some of the characters, and on the other hand I kind of like them a lot. Especially the big muscular dude. I mean, he's got based female takes, but other than that, he's kind of annoying.
Imagine having an adult woman fetish. Ugh.
I don't think it's a fetish. I think it's just a normal attraction that occurs. Okay.
That's funny.
um.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, I was really skeptical at the end of episode 6. I was really about to be like, oh man, like obviously we're gonna keep watching it, but I was really just be like about to check out mentally. But I'll have to say that these 2 episodes were good enough to keep me kind of going and being like, okay, maybe it's gonna go differently than I expect, and that's what I would love. I would love to be totally wrong on the direction that they're going and it continue to become more interesting. And that
Yeah.
seems to, at the very least, they're going in a general direction that I'm not anticipating. And it is generally interesting. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We'll see. It's been
Yeah.
good.
Yep. All right. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. No spoilers, please, but let us know down in the comments. Like, is the direction moving kind of the way we want in the future? But again, as spoiler free as possible. But if you guys want to see all our uncut reaction, you can check out our Patreon. And in there, you can also vote for whatever anime we'll watch next. But that's a ways away. We still got some ways to go on this one.
Right.
But with that, we'll have to catch you guys on the next one. Take
See you,
care.
everybody.